I wanted to share my insights with you all, especially if you're cooking up your own awesome MHAOCs. Boku no Hero Academia is a fantastic nod to the superhero worlds of Marvel and DC. Since heroes are the heart of BNHA, feel free to let those iconic heroes and villains spark your creativity when you're designing your own characters and their quirks. But hey, the inspiration doesn't stop there. You can totally base your OCs on real folks, even yourself. Seriously, where does your OC's spark come from? That's a key question your design should answer. As Horikoshi-sensei himself said, inspiration is crucial. It can strike anywhere, from a roll of scotch tape to your earbuds. So get out there, take a walk, hop in the shower. That aha moment is waiting. Now, My Hero Academia nails the basics of character design. They take simple shapes and run with them, making them incredibly expressive. The elements that go into a design are vital for making a character stand out and visually connect to their quirk. While we'll get into the nitty-gritty of names, quirks, hero costumes, and hero names later, let's first break down how simple shapes and design elements are used. Designs. Let's analyze. All Might. Let's kick things off with the symbol of peace himself, the legendary All Might. Notice how his design, in both his muscle form and his true form, fundamentally revolves around two simple shapes, the square and the triangle. These shapes alone communicate so much about his personality in each state. In his iconic muscle form, All Might is a solid square. Even his eyes share this shape. What does a square say about him? Think order, boldness, strength, dependability, stability, confidence, and groundedness. Squares feel large and comforting, a touch clumsy, and are often associated with masculinity. They evoke safety and security, symbolizing fortitude and unwavering strength. Ever notice how many classic superheroes have that strong, square jawline? But for All Might, the square goes beyond just heroism. It speaks to his immense strength and determination. In his muscle form, he is the world's strongest hero, steadfast and utterly determined to save people, no matter the cost. This unwavering resolve fuels him to defeat even the most formidable villains. The square also reflects All Might's role in maintaining societal order as the symbol of peace. His very presence inspires feelings of safety and security, his constant smile putting people at ease. He exudes strength and reassurance, making him instantly trustworthy, much like the feeling of safety a square shape can inspire. On the surface, he's sturdy and dependable, embodying overall confidence. Yet beneath that powerful exterior, he can be surprisingly clumsy, especially when it comes to teaching. Speaking of clumsy, let's shift to All Might's true form. Here, the shapes become much more angular. The solid square of his muscle form is gone. The triangle in his true form carries a different symbolic weight, contrasting sharply with his public persona. Lanky and thin, he appears more insecure in certain aspects. While squares symbolize balance, triangles, especially those pointing downwards, can feel lopsided and imbalanced. Notice the downward-pointing triangle formed by his face. It symbolizes the imbalance in his life. His private life is a constant state of disorder. The lingering injury from All for One, the struggle to maintain his hero work despite his limitations, Night Eye's grim prophecy, the fading of his symbol of peace status, the fear he masks with his smile, keeping one for all a secret, and even after retirement, the feeling of powerlessness and the devastating revelation about Tamura. The triangle reflects these insecurities, both with and without his quirk. He lacks the unwavering confidence of his muscle form. The downward-pointing triangle in his face visually emphasizes this lack of stability and balance in his personal life. Think about how he constantly juggles these burdens, struggling to manage his hero work and private turmoil. His life is a constant state of imbalance. Interestingly, his muscle form also incorporates a triangle, but with a completely different meaning. While his true form's triangle points down, his muscle form's triangle points upwards. This subtle difference conveys distinct impressions. Unlike the downward-pointing triangle of imbalance, the upward-pointing triangle symbolizes power, Upright triangles feel strong and dynamic. Even though All Might's muscle form is primarily a square, the hidden upward-pointing triangles within its design represent the stability and raw power of One for All. He is undeniably strong and fast, a dynamic force whenever he appears. Now, let's talk about lines. Just like shapes, lines in All Might's design speak volumes about his personality. Horikoshi masterfully uses them in both his true and muscle forms. In universe, it's even noted that he's drawn differently, likely due to the number and style of lines used. He's often depicted with solid black ink, a technique common in classic Golden Age comics. All Might's muscle form features straight and bold lines, particularly thick lines. Thick lines suggest strength and resilience, perfectly mirroring his powerful physique. These bold lines make a statement, emphasizing his dynamism. When he makes those signature flashy entrances, the bold lines make him pop off the page, almost like a superhero leaping straight out of an American comic book rather than a manga. His lines contribute to that distinct, almost cartoonish hero look that sets him apart from the rest of the cast. Furthermore, All Might's design incorporates both vertical and horizontal lines. Vertical lines are associated with energy, strength, rigidity, and stability, while horizontal lines convey stability and security. These lines directly reflect his role as the symbol of peace, the unwavering presence that keeps society stable and secure through his immense strength. This embodies the simple yet powerful design elements of All Might. But there's more to unpack when we look at what goes into his design. His art style is intentionally different from the other characters, drawing heavily from American comic book techniques. Horikoshi has cited Mike Mignola and John Byrne as major influences. All Might's signature smile in his muscle form strikingly resembles Byrne's Superman smile. His towering, exaggerated muscle form and face shape are reminiscent of John Byrne's Superman, known for his imposing physique. Like All Might, Byrne's Superman often features heavy shading and a thick outline. On the other hand, All Might's true form draws inspiration from Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy. Mignola's style, characterized by slouched, angular shoulders, angular faces with minimal lines and square fingers, is evident in All Might's weakened state. This art style lends a more expressive quality to his true form compared to his more cartoonish muscle form. Mignola's often grimmer style also subtly reflects All Might's internal struggles in that state. These artistic influences create distinct impressions. Byrne's style conveys All Might's vibrant heroism, while Mignola's hints at his inner weariness. Interestingly, All Might's design also incorporates an animal motif, the goat. His surname, Yagi, is Japanese for goat or mountain sheep. The acronym GOAT is, of course, often used to mean greatest of all time, a title befitting All Might. Goats are associated with various deities, mirroring All Might's almost godlike abilities to defeat enemies with a single punch and even influence the weather. His narrow face bears a striking resemblance to a goat's, and the long strands of hair on his head can be interpreted as horns. Horns are symbolic of strength and power. The Horn of Plenty symbolizes abundance, which can be linked to the stock-holding nature of One for All. Goat symbolism aligns remarkably with his personality and role. Goats represent peace, security, determination, action, initiative, order, force, protection, and fearlessness. These traits directly mirror All Might's role as the symbol of peace, his comforting presence, his unwavering drive to save others, and his ability to instill fear in villains. In various cultures, goats are used in sacrifices, and the term scapegoat refers to someone bearing the sins of a community. This resonates with All Might's self-sacrificing nature and the immense burden he carries as the world's beacon of hope, feeling guilt when he can't prevent harm. Horns are also said to ward off evil, reflecting All Might's presence deterring villains. The mountain goat's ability to climb the highest peaks symbolizes overcoming obstacles, embodying All Might's plus-ultra spirit. Finally, All Might's design incorporates elements that make him look like a quintessential American. His blonde hair and blue eyes are a common Western foreigner stereotype in media. His loud, cheerful, and booming personality further reinforces this American image, and his bright, vibrant costume exudes all-American enthusiasm. This is a clear nod to his American superhero inspirations. His super moves, often named after American states, likely stem from his time training in America after the death of his mentor and his graduation from UA. America, after all, is the birthplace of the superhero genre. Horikoshi frequently references American pop culture, and All Might is a prime example of this, heavily influenced by Golden Age comic book heroes like Superman. The red, white, and blue color scheme of his hero costume is a direct homage to both Captain America and Superman. One character down, many more to go. Don't miss our other My Hero Academia design deep dives.